What's going on, traders? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a monthly trade review for February 2020. I haven't posted a video in a couple months. Got busy during the winter holidays in January. I'll go over some of the January numbers as well as the February numbers here, and share with you guys just a little bit of progress of how I've been doing, what I've been trading, and some of the findings that I've discovered in my own trading. So stay tuned. I want to take a quick minute here just to thank everyone who's subscribed. We are currently at about 90 subscribers at this time. Last time I posted a video, I think we were close to the 50 mark. So for all the new subscribers, I'm hoping you're getting value from the videos that I'm trying to upload. But at the same time, thank you for subscribing to the channel. I'm trying to push more content out and have more videos rather than just posting a video every couple months. So February was a quick month that went by. The volatility really picked up halfway through February. As everyone knows, the coronavirus and all the other market factors came in, and it really moved the market. The volatility, the VIX index spiked. I mean, today was in the 30s, but last week we're looking at the high 30s, reaching into the 50, touching a 50 range as well. So the volatility has been really good, and that provides more trading opportunities. So let's dive right in. So you'll see here, this is my some of my statistics. This is filtered out for February so far. So these aren't big dollar numbers. I'm trading very small size, pretty much one lots most of the time for the first half of the February month at least. And then I sized up to 2 contracts, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But expectancy here of 1.52 ticks per contract per trade, profit factor of 1.5, 55 trades in total, 72% of the time I get a scale out, 69% or so win rate, and I had 2 trading errors, so I do track the errors as well, just to make sure that I'm not trading like an idiot. Yeah, and you can see the dollar value. I mean, this is the net P&L of $1,169 and change. That is after the fees and commissions. So not, and that's not an impressive number, but I think for progress, my goal this year was to have constant improvements. So for February, at least, it was a month that I saw improvement and progress in my trading. So I'm very happy with that. So February did well. What I did well, I really focused on eliminating errors. I did have 2 errors here, and those errors can be like FOMO, like I'm chasing a trade. I traded a something that wasn't one of my setups. I hesitated and it didn't get in. It was an execution error. So those 2 errors, basically, I think they were trade management errors on my part. I also focused on taking only valid trade setups, so not trading out of boredom or not chasing a trade. I mean, taking a proper trade setup involves executing it and getting in at the appropriate time, rather than letting the trade work out and then it comes back and now you've missed the initial move and maybe that trade setup is no longer valid. So I really focused on, only taking valid trades and not chasing anything that moves pretty much. Next, I think I focused in on taking really precise entries. So again, not chasing a trade when it sets up and waiting for the pullback or waiting for the proper entry method I have. So if a trade sets up and it never pulls back, I'm not chasing it. I'm waiting for it to get in pullback to get in, and I'm not chasing it, so I'm getting a worse fill on, I'm giving up, 1 or 2 or 3 ticks, just so I can get in, and then after that it pulls back, and I would have gotten in on a better entry anyway. So really focusing on being disciplined and not chasing things and trying to get precise entries. I also continued to track all my trade stats, and use those numbers here, as you'll see here. Use these numbers here to improve my trading. Try and get more out of each trade. Where I see, because essentially a lot of the times I'm scalping, like you'll see some of these trades are like 6 ticks or so, 7 ticks, and the style of trading, and this is all on crude. I forgot to mention, of course, all of February and January, and December actually, I've been trading crude exclusively. So all these trades are on crude. So sorry, I neglected to mention that at the beginning. So yeah, just tracking all the stats and finding areas of improvement, so I can adjust during the month. Next, I think what I did well is I sized up just to get out of my comfort zone for February, and maintaining a good risk management. So you can see here some of the trades here. Most of the beginning of February were 1-lots. January I was trading all 1-lots as well, and then you can see I switched over to a 2-lot here. So you can see like the losses are obviously larger, and of course the wins. I was trying to get larger wins compared to losses. Kind of worked out. At near the end of the month, it started picking up again here. You can see my P&L. So this is the cumulative P&L for February, and this is net P&L. So you can see here I was down here from January, and then I started grinding it back up, but lost some, kind of went sideways for a while, and then near the end of the month I started picking up here again. I am still overall for 2020 in negative about $320 some odd here, and that is after fees as well. So essentially those are all commissions and fees. That's making me in the red here so far, but essentially February yielded this net P&L. So let's talk about January. January I didn't do so well. Let's change some of the dates here. So January I traded all 1-lots here, and you can see here I started out here pretty much over trading, and I got down to about negative $2,500 here after fees. And yeah, near the halfway mark of January, which was around here, this trade number here, I basically told myself stop trading like an idiot. I did have 10 trading errors here recorded in January, and yeah, I started grinding my cumulative net P&L back up. And yeah, I had 102 trades, and probably a good 25% I would say of the trades were like garbage trades. I just made so many errors. 10 errors, but they were impactful in terms of losses, right? So yeah, January was kind of a month where I just wanted to be on every single trade, and I wasn't focusing on proper trade entry, proper trade setups, and eliminating my errors. You kind of get into a couple days of a bad groove, and you just revenge trade, and it spirals down from there, right? So end of the month, negative $1,541 and change after fees and commissions. 63% scale out percentage, which is also the same thing as a win rate, because I was trading 1-lots pretty much here. So I just used January as the learning month. After January, I really needed to learn from that, and I used as what not to do. And you can see negative 1.11 expectancy ticks per trade per contract. So yeah, for next month, what do I want to do? So for March here, I want to do all the above that I did for February. So focus on limiting all errors, taking only valid trade setups, precise entries, and continue to improve tracking my stats, so I can find areas of improvement. I just need to keep reminding myself as well that there's always going to be trade opportunities. I'm taking about 3 to 5 trades in crude per day on average, so I don't trade every single day of the week. But I just need to remind myself that you need to continue to take good trades because there will be other trade opportunities. If you miss something, then you can't chase it, and you can't commit errors just so that you can get into on a trade that you missed. And that leads me to my next point. I do want to stay more focused and concentrating during the trading session, because there are times where a trade setups and I just happen to be looking at away from the chart, or checking something else in a different market, or entering things into my trade log, and I miss the entry. And sometimes it's a valid trade setup, and these things happen so quickly that I don't get the opportunity to get in, and if I start chasing it, then I'm in at a worse price. So I don't want that to happen. I really need to focus as well to stay concentrated and really focus, so that I'm not missing trades. Sometimes I just can't, just based on my entry method, I don't get in. But a lot of times I've noticed that I miss something, right when it sets up. I miss something, and I wasn't really right at the chart, and I could enter. I entered my I put my entry in, and the price doesn't pull back, and when it did before, and I would have gotten filled, but I wasn't there. So I think that's an important point. So thank you again for watching. If you like this monthly trade review recap, give it a like. Don't be afraid to subscribe. Let's try and get our subscriber count to over 100 and maybe onto 200. I really enjoy making these videos. I will try to continue to make monthly trade reviews going forward, rather than making a video every 1.5 2 months. But give me a comment and see, let me know what you like, and let me know, any thoughts you have about improving. What are your struggles? And if you have any questions of what I've been doing, please just let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.